Blackfen had no warmth. Not in its people, nor in its skies, nor in the wind that swept through the crooked chimneys like a whisper of something long buried. The village clung to the marshy southern edge of Ashendal, where fires guttered in their hearths no matter how much wood was fed to them, and where every breath fogged like a ghost trying to escape. And then there was the barrow on the hill. It had no name, no marker, only the stories passed down with the caution of those who feared being heard by something else. They said that once, in an age beyond reckoning, a fire god had lived in these lands, a spirit called Ignivar, born of ember and oath. The people had worshipped it, fed its pyres with offerings. But when the skies turned cold and the marshes swallowed the sun, they buried Ignivar beneath the barrow, sealing it in ash and silence. Sir Calder did not believe in old gods. He had seen too much war to believe in anything but steel and scars. Yet here he was, riding into Blackfen under a banner of frost, seeking warmth that would not come. He had been sent from Ashendal not for war, but for whispers, children going missing, hearths dying out in midwinter, voices heard in unlit corners. The villagers had written for aid, though none dared name the evil. It was Etta, the eldest of Blackfen, who finally spoke. "There's something in the hill. Something waking." She gave Calder a medallion, old, coppery, etched with a flame. "If you go," she said, "go with fire." So Calder climbed the hill alone. Snow flurried, though it did not settle on the stones. The entrance to the barrow was little more than a crack in the earth, overgrown with moss and silence. Yet as he stepped inside, torch in hand, the cold recoiled. The air grew still, warm. Then he heard it. Not a voice. A breath. The barrow breathed. And Calder descended. The tunnel wound downward in a spiral, carved from black stone that shimmered with flecks of buried flame. Calder's torch sputtered once, then steadied as if the fire itself recognized the place. At the bottom he entered a vast chamber. A pyre, long dead, sat at its center, surrounded by crumbled statues, some of men kneeling, others recoiling in fear. Runes etched the walls in a language that flickered between symbols and meaning. And in the pyre's ashes stood a figure. It was not man nor beast but flame held in shape, vaguely human, its body flickering like a candle in wind. "Ignivar. I am not your enemy," it said. The voice was layered like coals cracking under weight. "I was your warmth. Your oath. Your god." Calder raised his blade. "Then why do you haunt this village?" Ignivar tilted its head. "Haunt? I stir because the pact has weakened. They have forgotten. The offerings ceased. The memory waned. And in forgetting they feed the cold." Calder hesitated. Something in the creature's words rang true. The chill in Blackfen had begun only after the villagers stopped honoring the old rituals. No more flame feasts, no more embers tones at thresholds. "I don't seek their worship," Ignivar said. "Only balance. Let them remember or let them burn. It is not vengeance. It is nature." Calder lowered his sword. "Then give me time. Let me speak with them." The chamber dimmed. Ignivar's form waned. One night, at dawn, the fire decides. Calder returned to Blackfen as the sky bruised toward midnight. He knocked on doors, gathered the wary. He spoke of what he'd seen, of the pact forgotten, of the warmth that once protected them. They listened, most with fear, some with guilt. Etta wept. "We turned from the flame, thinking it a tale for children." Calder led them to the hill. Torches lit the path like stars reborn. And at the summit, they laid their offerings. Ember stones, charred wood, a child's wooden carving of the sun. When the final token touched the pyre, the earth shuddered. Flame bloomed from the barrow, but it did not scorch. It danced. Warmth rushed through Blackfen like spring breaking through frost. In the heart of it stood Calder, eyes closed, hands outstretched, the medallion glowing at his chest. Ignivar rose from the flame, taller now, steadier. It looked at Calder. "You remembered." The knight opened his eyes. "We all did." And then the flame sank into the earth, not gone, merely sleeping. From that day on, Blackfen never froze again. Calder vanished, though some claimed to see him walking the frost-bound roads when winter waned, a flicker of fire trailing his steps. And every year on the coldest night, the villagers left an ember's tone on their doorstep, just in case the flame chose to wake once more.